So, some of you may know, or may not know, I've been working on some stuff um, for quite a while now. Let me rename this layer as Santa Hat. So, I have currently have, I'll show you. All right. Oh, I don't have it with me. Okay, so it's a wreath, right? Sorry. Okay, so I have a wreath outline. It's a 14-inch. It's a 16-inch one, and I have a cardboard circle cut out and glued to the middle, and it's been painted red, and I have a foam board, the ghost, on top of it. Both the top and bottom part, so it stands out a little bit. And then I've kind of painted in the black areas for the dark, and then not a lot on the outside. I've put little white lights along the outside here, and then I've got some illuminated EL string lights that run through cable wise. They're the ones that you can cut and cap, and they get shorter. Well, I've got those, and I have doubled up the strand of orange that I've got. Then I have some light blue, thinner, that spares out and it goes all over, and it can flash and everything. So very, very cool. And this is the additions that I want to put on. I want to put on a Ghostbuster, a Santa hat that can go onto it. And then I want to put who you're going to call down the center, but I can't decide how I want to do it. I could just do it in white. I could do it in reflective white so that, it kind of glows a little bit. Or I could find, I could cut who you're going to call out, and then behind the cardboard get like a white strip of light, like the little strip lights, tape it behind, put something over the back of it so that you can't access it from the back, and then hook it to its power so that it can turn on and off and then light up, so it says who you're going to call, and it'll light up, and it can also have it flash. It's an idea. Different things. I am also thinking about putting like a little bow, like a green bow down at the bottom, and then Slimer, or a red bow, but I want a Slimer right down at the bottom. That's the idea. I know it's a bit funky, a bit crazy, kooky, crazy. Plus, I came up with a totally different idea. Let's switch out of this, and then I will. Goodness. All right, so let me fix this, because this is also a fun idea I had. Not 100% sure how well it would work out, because I have differing ideas for this. But just hear me out. Okay? One of the things that I could do, instead of just, happy trails, Hans. Why the fuck you stop him, John? Could you be dead too, asshole? I mean, there's that. Or I could, and I have, where are they? Oh yeah, I have these, and they've been here for a bit, and I have a few of them. I can turn these into either Christmas balls for the Ghostbuster wreath, or I can maybe get like a printed stick-on from, of the sayings, or different pictures from this, or from Ghostbusters, and put them on there. I like Christmas balls. I think that's a really great idea. You know, but also it's kind of like there's only so much you want to put. You want to make it chill, very simple. Like right now, I've got the strands of orange and blue, and then the white lights, so those work. But I figured this would be kind of cool that I could do this. And a whole Nakatomi Plaza with the explosions on the back. I could have a flat cutout of John McClane jumping with the explosion in the background. Little thing right there. Sticker thing that goes right there. Then I could have a picture of him falling, of Hans falling. That was just the ideas. So, like, I want to do is also since 1984, because that's when the movie came out. And then Merry Christmas or a bow right down at the bottom here too. A lot of wreaths have a bow at the bottom, and that's fine. It doesn't have to have it though, but it's just an idea I had, and obviously these are not a for sale thing. I can't sell these, and that leads me up to something. That leads me up to something that just happened recently. Actually, okay, it's happened several times in the past. I think since like August. I have several stories that I've written that are on Inkit and WhatsApp or whatever. I also have the YouTube channel. I have a Twitch that I don't really do anything with. And I have... that's about it. The only things that I have out there. And my Discord channel, by the way, which, like I said, send me a request. I'll pop you guys on it. It'd be great. I tend to update it occasionally, and I'm available a lot of the times during the day if you just send me a message there. That being said, also, I have to get a new phone. No, why'd you do that? See, I have a green line in the frickin' thing, which isn't that big of a deal. It's still usable. But it's also a Galaxy 20S. Galaxy 20S. I mean, it's an S20 Galaxy. Samsung. Plus. S20 Plus. I've been considering going up to the 25 Plus. And I just haven't gone to it yet. I haven't really decided fully. This has made me want to decide more sooner than later, because what if the screen just craps out? I could spend $100 to get the screen fixed, or I could just get a new phone. So. Works really well. It's a very, very nice. My phone still works. It's fine. I play games and everything. It doesn't hinder anything. It's just that big bright green line down the center is like and I've needed to update it for a while. I've had like they say a free upgrade. It's not free. I could probably do a 24 plus. I don't actually have to have a 25. I wonder what that would if that would cost me anything. It would just be nice, you know, to have an upgrade from what I've got. But anyway, I was talking about. Yeah, I have my stuff out there. My YouTube channel's been out there for a long time, slowly growing, and I'm happy with that. I mean, I'm not as interested in like just. Hold on. Change something like this. Oh, it's okay. So as I was saying, I have had some people approach me, in the vein of being fans, which is fine. I definitely am very interested in um, hearing from people who are, kind of enjoying my content. Hold on, I gotta. Okay, so we're doing really good. Okay. Yeah, people that are enjoying my content, I'm definitely down for that. I really appreciate it when people are. I think one of the issues that I've had though is that I've had people who have just been like, "Oh, hey, really enjoy your work," and they'll point out like certain things like, "Oh, this is really cool. This is really cool. I like this thing that you did." Oh, like they went through and they really like acted like they're really fans. And I'm not trying to say they're not. But what it is that it's them using my and it sounds really bad. I feel like they're using my stuff that I've put out there to promote their ability. Does that make sense? They're artists, and they're really interested in promoting their work. I mean, they want to promote my work, but they want to use the. Oh gosh, it's dumb, and for me to be so annoyed by this. These are artists who want to work on intros for my show, or they want to pitch me ideas for a 10-page comic adaptation of parts of my book. And while the attention is like, oh, that's fucking sweet, I know they're in it. They're in it for the money. And I had this one person just recently started talking to me and said they saw my stream and they were interested. They just want to say hi. And for like 2 weeks, we were steadily just having a really nice conversation. It was nice to talk about pets and then some other stuff. And then all of a sudden, today, it was, hey, mind if I pitch you an idea? I have a really cool idea. And I'm just like, sure. Can I show you my work? And I was like, yeah, what do you got? And it was digital art. I checked some of the pictures. Some of them were originals, or felt like they were originals. And then some of them were like 76 to 82% Chat GPT originated. So I don't know. It instantly hit me like, okay, I've had somebody do this with an attempt for comic books or doing pages from like one of my stories. And like I said, I love that it means somebody was interested, but I also I wonder like just how much it was interest and how much it was, okay, I'm going to look at a little bit of this and then I'm just going to try to sell and make some money. And not that art is easy. It's not. But with AI, and the thing is that I piss some artists off because I don't mind AI. AI generated art is fine as long as you're not making any money from it. If you're just like trying to like brainstorm and come up with ideas, having chat GPT or having a text to image generator can solidify the idea for you. Can like put your brain into it if you can't visualize it, and some of us have a hard time visualizing, and then you can go off of that, do your own work, but having like those reference models not just in your head, but visible, out for you to mess with. Like a lot of my game intros are, my thumbnails are from Perchance AI, and normally they're almost always an image that I have really liked, and then I go into the art program, and then I gotta change the hair. I gotta add the orin. I've gotta add in a monster or something, or take out, like flag symbol on a shoulder or something. It's like, oh, that character doesn't have that, that I've created in the game, or the version of me being in the game. Oh, excuse me. So I like to do that. I do art, but I'm also not selling it. I'm not trying to. I mean, I am using it as kind of advertising, but I'm not making any money off of it. I'm not trying to make any money off of it. I'm just putting something out there to kind of attract a little bit of attention and be like, hey, check this thing out. I think it's pretty cool. That's it. I made a sign. And I am not, and if I were making money, I would probably not use any AI generated stuff for financial situations like that. And the thing is, I have a friend of mine on the internet that does artwork, and I've seen some of her stuff. It's really good. I have another one of my friends who does some digital stuff, and she's got some really good stuff too. And I even have my sister from another mister, Kit LaFang, does some really excellent work. And if I needed emojis, if I needed intros and stuff like that, that'd be fine. That'd be awesome. Also, if I were going all in on my YouTube channel, I would get an editor. I would get a moderator. I would get an editor. Pay them, per month or whatever. This most recent one, it made me upset because I legitimately thought it was an interest not only in. It wasn't like romantic or anything. It wasn't something like that. So don't. I thought they were actually really interested in me, and less so collaborating financially, to promote their art too. Because I mean, if I go in with anybody when it comes to like art like that, they get promoted. I'm gonna promote them. I'm like, so and so made this. It was really good. Check out their stuff. Link down in the bio. That kind of thing. I'm gonna promote their stuff if they do something for me too. And it's not like, even if I'm paying you hundreds of dollars. Look again. There's nobody there, bud. And I'll even check. I'll check. Hold on. I love my cameras, but like, he barks at like just the silly stuff. There's nobody outside. Nobody there. It's all good. Nobody's outside. See? Nobody's there. Both of your ears are up too. There's nobody outside, bud. It's okay. I love you. Nobody too, Sheila. Hi. Yeah, that's Sheila, by the way, if anybody hasn't seen her yet. She's a sweetheart. Hey, baby. Hey, sweetie. Hi. Oh, why you look so sad? Okay. Are you chill? Okay. Goodness gracious. She is such a baby. Anyway, and it was really, really nice, but then it's like, and then once I said, hey, that's really cool, I really appreciate it, but I just don't have financially available, they did kind of give me a financial idea of like, hey, $5 to $10 now, like once a month or something. It'd be kind of nice to have something I can work with. I can come up with some of those, an idea for a new intro for your YouTube channel. And I was just like, that's kind of cool, you know. And the thing is, I've had the ideas, and I have video. I want to do a whip take and a swipe out, kind of like the Shaun of the Dead, like, you know, all that fun stuff, and then, you know, drinks, but also have some set more, like, for example, like something more from like a cruise where I'm sitting back drinking, where the end result is the season or the holiday, you know, and have it on the road with the wolf, lap it up, or something like that, just something silly, because I have my, you know, sir drinks a lot, and I did that, and I wouldn't mind doing that myself, but if I'm not interested in doing that, it's something that I do want to do. I don't want to pay somebody else to do that. And while that's cool, and I do definitely, like I said, the idea is kind of neat, I said I'm not interested. And then it kind of continues at that point. And it was the same process with the other people that I dealt with. They were like, well, you know, I can just show you this, and we can work on just one page. And I can show, like, it's like they're really trying hard to promote, to sell themselves. And I get that. Sell, you know what I mean? Like, and I know it's kind of a scary thing right now, like the whole with AI and everything, but I am not interested. Not. And that sucks for you. Not you, but you know, for people who were like that. I don't have any. I don't have a need for it. And that's what you need to have, is a need for it. And I don't really need it. I may want it, but I'm financially not in a position to be able to do that. And if I tell you that, don't continue to push, because I'm not. Now, as I said, you can base things are very simple. It's like, hey, you know, why don't you try, like, we can do this, this, and this, blah, 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 whatever. It works. You know, I get it. But if I'm not interested right now, I will keep you in mind, but I'm not interested. And I had to basically say, look, I'm not interested. I thank you for your interest. It's been really nice talking to you. You take care. And I just block them. And it's sad. It sucks. But I felt like they were being too pushy. I said I wasn't interested. And it continued. So. And that was disappointing. Because I thought I was actually. It sounds weird. I thought I was making a friend who was interested in my work, but also interested in talking, interested in communicating. And then it turned into business. And it was just like, okay. Did you want to be in scene? Is that it? Do I need to move out of the way so you can be in there? I don't know. But that was disappointing. But, okay. So, we're going to skip that. Go on to something else. Pastimes. Right now, I am doing this. Which is not what you're seeing. Hold on. Boom. This bad boy right here. I designed this. I had a Sterlite 40-gallon wheeled tote. Bought 2 of these. They're black, gray. So what I did was I painted the center gray. I did these spots in red, and these are under the bottom area here on the main thing. I did black in the inner spots. The outer spots are also black, but they're not as black. It's like a dark gray. And then, of course, I'd have to put this, authorize the striping and all that fun stuff. And so that's what I'm working with. Let's see. Let me This is the end result. Now this is the opposite side, but this is the side you see. Did the slime. I'm missing one sticker here. I have a sticker here, and then I have a smaller sticker over here. And then, of course, there's... But yeah, that right there. I think the no-goes turned out really good. I did it twice. It looks great on both of them. They're a stencil start, and then they're an acrylic paint finish. Doing the lines was a bitch because I didn't do what I should have done, which is gone lightly over those spots. Like, lightly over, like the whole thing was in black. I did a black, I taped out the red area, the red on the gray, and then I painted this section black. Which technically I probably should have done light first. I think it's light colors and then dark, but what the fuck ever. I did black, and then I went through, and then I did the yellow. Now when I peeled off the black, some of the paint came off. I did it too thick, so the lines aren't as crisp as they should be. I should have just done lightly over it and not worried about it. I am a dumbass. That's okay. Also, spray paint on plastic works a bit better, in my opinion, than acrylic painting, because acrylic paint just comes off. All I have right now to do with this is a sealant, a coat of spray paint sealant that I'm going to put on the lid. And then when I get the next few stickers on, like next week, I'm going to put those on the box, spray paint the whole thing down, and be done. And this will be done. The only thing I need is a foam inlay, and yeah, that's basically it. So that is that. And of course, you said y'all have seen the Ghostbusters stuff. So let me take some of this stuff out here. Wait, no, why is the Christmas hat? There's a Christmas hat. There it is. Okay. And so, most of you have seen, this is what we got. Pretty cool, huh? That was the first part. Boom. That's where I'm going for. You need to put the hat, who you're going to call, and that's that. You know, digital mock-up, and then the real thing. So that's pretty cool, I think. My opinion. But here's the thing. Let's see if I can find... I'm going to turn off the audio. Actually, I'm not 100% sure if I should. I can. I need to do that. I don't want to get this taken out. This needs to be put in. So I'm turning off the audio. It's a Christmas themed, you know, like dun 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 dun. It's kind of, it's not the original, but it's somebody else's version. And if you want to see the full thing, it's on my TikTok. But this is the end result of the Proton streams. So, I like that, in my opinion. I think that turned out really well. I'm very happy with that, honestly. I am very, very happy with that. Mostly this is, by the way, this is just more of a life update kind of stream. It's nothing special about it, really. I did finally put the V-hook for the Proton pack on, so that's solid now. It's in there. all the really cool stuff. Oh, hold on. Oh, right. I need to double check this. Okay, Ghostbusters double feature announced as part of AMC's Best Christmas Ever lineup. Okay. Sorry. Nope. See, I did it again. AMC, the channel, is having Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2 double feature. I thought it was at the theater. I would have paid good money to get a big old bucket of popcorn and see the first 2 Ghostbusters. And that's something else I want to do. This is also something else I want to do. I have my costume, like my Ghostbusters outfit, by the way. Let's see if I can find... Oh yeah, here we go. Hold on. Okay, I don't have the audio. Audio's off. Okay, this is. Check it out. That's me. That is Ghostbustering. But yeah, that's it. That is my Ghostbuster character as is. I wouldn't mind having the gray elbow pads for this outfit, but honestly, these work fine. I need to sew these onto the elbows. Honestly, just because, and also I need to get the patches sewn on. It works better. But I mean, seriously. Like, those have gotten so much better. That thing is very, very cool. But, like, look at that! Look at that sexy motherfucker! That's... Sorry. I love that. That's just a good one. It's such a good one. I love that. But yeah, no, seriously, that's what I really, really enjoyed was the Ghostbusters things. But yeah, and that's kind of what's going on. That's what I'm doing. That's the thing. So. I had an idea for a Fallout wreath, and it's an idea. It's nothing major at the moment. I did get a circle cutter for the foam board. I just have to make sure it's big enough. It only goes up to 12 inches in diameter, and I don't know if that's going to be enough for being in the center of the wreath. If it's not, then I'll use cardboard behind the foam board and go from there. So that's basically it. As for games, I'm very close. I think I'm gonna buy Beneath, and then I don't know if I'm gonna do any lives. My computer has been very weird about overheating when it comes to like playing video games and doing OBS. So I also need to make sure to turn off everything else but the game and OBS. But if I have the game playing for a bit and then I have OBS running, or if I have I had YouTube running in the background and I was playing Last Caretaker, and which is a fun game, by the way. It's just it can be a little long and drawn out when you're going from one spot to another. And if I ever do multiplayer, fucking doing it. I'm gonna record. It doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah. I think that's basically where we're. I hope everybody's having a good Thanksgiving. I'm sorry I haven't done a whole lot of videos when it comes to drinking, but I've got 2 drinks coming in today for you guys. I need to go through and see which Lucky Energies I don't have, because I got a place that sells a bunch of the Lucky Energies. I haven't put any money towards buying any like variety packs or anything, so I'm not expecting to get very far. Like this is the end of November. All I have is December, and I think we're at like 1,108. Most likely, I will probably not get over like 25 by the end of the year. But I mean, 1,125 videos by the end of the year, I think that's pretty good. But there are also no plans for a cruise, as far as I know. I could plan and go on my own. I don't like going by myself. Going on a cruise by yourself is worse than going to the movies by yourself. Going to dinner by yourself is dinner. You want to get something to eat before you go home. And you don't want to go home, bring it home, and then eat it home. That's fine. Movie, similar, but it's still you going to the movies by yourself. And it kind of sucks because you don't have anybody to talk about it with when you're done. Yeah. But yeah. Disappointment on this sales thing, and that really, really frustrates me. It's very upsetting. But it is what it is. It's people trying to hustle, and I get the hustle. I'm down for it. I'm just disappointed. You're right. So the wreath is it's working that way, and I think everything else has been pretty good. So yeah. All right, but anyway, hope you guys are doing well. That's just updates. I'm doing good. We're upping on the semaglutide. My weight and A1C did go up a little bit, so I'm kind of, and I'm close to where I was, but I'm still higher by about 8 or 10 pounds. So I gotta drop that and then keep going down. But I wanted to go up with my semaglutide, which this kind of pisses me off. Not that it pisses me off. It just kind of annoys me because they keep switching me between 2 different. I want to say nurses, but they're like head ladies. They're very, very cool that I've dealt with. But they switched me over from one to the other. And I was told by one of them, whenever we did this semaglutide thing, is that if I wanted to up the dosage, all I had to do was call, and they would get it updated for me. 2 weeks before my recent visit, I went ahead and said, hey, I got a refill. Let's just jump up to the next one. They're like, well, we're not going to do that. We want you to come in, and we need to take a look at you before we go do that. How about that? Well, is that going to be okay? And I'm just like, part of me is like, no. I'm going to make a purchase. I would like the next step up, please. And thank you. And what's funny is that when I went in, I talked about it. They're like, I'm thinking, maybe I think it's probably a good idea if we just kind of up the dosage a little bit. You think it'd be okay? And I'm like, she's very, very nice. And I don't think she had anything to do, like, acting like she had something to do with, like, I already fucking, but it was all frustrating. Also, I should be getting something in the mail, or a phone call, or email, or something about getting a sleep study thing. Have a little thing that you put on your finger, and you walk around and go to sleep, and then it's sleep study basically. I asked her, is there anything I need to do? Do I need to call anybody, do anything? And she's like, they'll send you a package in the mail, get that, follow the instructions, go from there. And I'm just like, okay. and it has been. It was Monday, so I haven't heard anything, and obviously I haven't got anything yet. So hopefully things should be fine. But it was also kind of like, I don't hear anything, because last time they said they were going to do something. I didn't hear anything for like 2 weeks, and then I contacted them again and said, "Hey, I haven't got a hold from the company." Then they got a hold of me, and then they tried to charge me like $300 to $400, and I was just like, right off the gate without explaining anything to me really, and there were other complications, and they were very pushy. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this to this company. I don't like them. I feel bad. I feel bad for feeling that way, but I couldn't understand the lady on the phone, and then she was instantly telling me that I needed to pay this amount of money, and I was like, whoa, wait, why? What? I mean, like, I understand things cost money, but I was just like, you're gonna send me something that I'm gonna wear for a night or two, and then I'm gonna send it back to you, and then they're gonna deal with like a sleep apnea thing, or see where I'm at. And I do have sleep apnea. I don't make any bones about it. Like, I know that I do. But what would be best for me, kind of thing. And but anyway, frustrating. Anyway, I'm doing well. Financially, physically. I hope everybody doing well. As always, I'm sure thanks a lot, and I'm wishing you health, wealth, and love, enough time, and guess what you enjoyed all down to the last drop. I'll catch you guys later.